Welcome everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome in, welcome in. Today we are discussing TikTok shop guidelines, rules, and regulations, what you should and should not do while you are promoting something on the TikTok shop. Okay, but before we get to that, we are going to go ahead and discuss how we are doing on this fabulous Monday on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being fabulous. How are y'all doing today? I am about a 9. I am a 9. I just woke up from a nap and I'm trying to get the fogginess out of my brain. So, first thing I want to talk about for Money Monday is how I repurposed some of the money I made while I have been making money from TikTok. Okay, so if you are not new to me, one thing you might notice is that my camera is finally better. So I had a small brand deal. Okay, I had a small brand deal, and that deal allowed me to, thank you so much for Living on Alive, to use my profits to invest in a new webcam. So that is one way that I have repurposed my money from the funds I'm earning from TikTok. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. It is Money Monday, and we're going to talk about how we make money on TikTok, and more specifically today, the rules and guidelines of the TikTok shop. Okay, so I am using a brand new webcam that I received from using funds from money from brand deals that I've been receiving. So I am super, super, super stoked about that. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. So what is Money Monday? So this is when we talk about money, anything related to money, how we make money, rules about TikTok shop, strategies on making money, whether it's through trading, whether it's through brand deals. And today we're going to talk about how to streamline and make sure we're not getting violations while doing our promotions on the TikTok shop. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello, hello. Thank you for coming in, Kodaks. Yes. So before we get to that, what I was going to talk about is how I've repurposed some of my money. I'm still kind of new to this whole TikTok game, but I have been making money from brand deals, lives, and some monetization from the TikTok shop. And I've been able to use some of that money to reinvest into this TikTok business to start upgrading my equipment. So this is a brand new camera that I'm using. My previous camera was really, really, really bad. It came with the computer. It was very grainy and pixelated. And even though, this is still not the best camera, it's way better than it was. And I already see something that is going on with this camera that I got to fix. I got to fix my frame rate. So everything is delayed right now, which is okay. So let's get into this discussion about TikTok shop and what we can and cannot do. So what I like to do is I usually share my screen with you guys so you guys can see what I see when I'm going through these guidelines. I do not give you misinformation. I give you information directly from TikTok themselves. So I always pull up a screen of the rules from TikTok, the TikTok community guidelines. So today we are looking at the TikTok shop. Oh, that's not what I want. Wrong one. TikTok shop content policy. The TikTok shop content policy. Okay. Thank you so much for coming in. All right, TikTok shop content policy. It should be loading up here in just a second. Maybe it doesn't want to load. Oh, all right, we'll just keep talking. When it decides to load, it'll be here. Oh, no video signal. Why not? Oh, is this the wrong one? No, it's the right one. I don't know. So I'll just keep going. All right. So when we talk about the TikTok shop, we are talking about the things we can and cannot do with the TikTok shop. So with that, we are going to go ahead and read some of these things. First of all, what should we avoid doing? Okay, so the first thing we should avoid doing is trying to mislead or even unintentionally misleading our clients, our customers, or our potential customers. Okay, so this misleading content can be anything from how we promote a certain product, such as having false medical claims about how a item works for us. So basically what TikTok says is to ensure that the product provides the same information about the products as the product details page. So don't go off script of what the product says itself. Don't add your own information. Do not ad lib. Okay? Avoid comparisons, exaggerated statements, and filters when promoting a product. All right? So let's say if you're promoting makeup, but you have on a filter, now you're giving false information about what that makeup actually looks like because you're filtering it. All right? Don't give exaggerated statements. Oh, this fixed my complexion in 1 day. All right? Only give what the product details says. So if it says you will see results in 5 to 10 days, that's all you can say. Welcome in, Ashby. Welcome in. Right? That's all you can say is that you're going to see results in 5 to 10 days. Okay? So don't expand that. Thank you so much, Ashby. Thank you for the bracelets. Okay. So when does content become misleading? And this is straight from the TikTok Shop guidelines. Okay. Content is misleading when claims are made that are inconsistent with what's on the product detail page. Every product that you receive will have some type of information about that product and what it can and cannot do. If you start saying information that contradicts or conflicts with that information, then you are being inconsistent, and that is considered a false, that's called a misleading statement. Okay? And TikTok will flag you very quickly and give you a violation when they see that you are providing misleading content. Okay? The second thing it says is that content is misleading when claims are made that create an inaccurate impression of the product. Okay? What does that mean? It's exaggerating what the product can do for you. All right? So let's say you have a pair of Nike shoes and you're like, oh, I'm promoting these Nike shoes, and when I put these on, I become as good as LeBron James, right? That is an inaccurate impression of what those Nike shoes can do for you. Okay? So make sure that you're only providing the information that is part of the content details. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Nice to see you. Welcome to Money Monday. Okay? So, first thing, how to avoid getting violations. First thing we have to do is avoid misleading content. Okay? The second thing we have to do is avoid redirecting traffic. What does that even mean? It means that when you're in the TikTok Shop and you're doing a TikTok Shop commercial or video or live, whatever you do, you cannot say, oh, buy more products like this here in my link in the bio. Okay? So you can only promote what you're selling through TikTok Shop if it's a TikTok Shop video. So if you are given a sample from a collaborator, you can only promote that item. You cannot promote similar items that you can receive someplace else. You can't send them to Amazon. You can't send them to Etsy. You cannot send them to Temu. You have to keep them in the TikTok Shop and only direct them to the shopping cart for TikTok Shop. Okay? So you can't say, click on this link to buy. Everyone is, I'm selling this every day. Just contact me on WhatsApp. You can't do any of that. You have to keep them on the TikTok website. Welcome in, everyone. Okay? If you are live streaming, okay, you cannot say, scan this QR code. right? You can't say follow us on this website. The whole point of what TikTok wants you to do, TikTok wants to make money with you. So they're not going to stand for any reason for you to send someone to another website for that website to make money, okay? Or to someone else so that other person can make money. You're using their platform and they want a piece of that money that you're selling. So if you're selling a product on TikTok Shop, you have to do it through the TikTok Shop guidelines. If you violate those guidelines, they will shut you down, okay? So, 2 ways so far to avoid getting violations, okay? First, we're avoid misleading content, and 2, we're avoiding misdirecting traffic, okay? The third thing you have to avoid when on TikTok Shop to avoid violations is welcome in or get lover, right? The third thing you have to do to avoid violations is promoting prohibited products. What are prohibited products when it comes to TikTok Shop? Okay, well, first of all, again, this is with the TikTok Shop policy guide, and it says examples of prohibited product promotion. Thank you so much for living on alive. Okay, things such as vapes, adult products, live animals, and weight management products with misleading claims or before and after photos. Okay, if you have any of these going on, you will be in violation of TikTok Shop policy, okay? And they will shut you down, okay? So I've covered 3 ways to avoid getting violations so far in TikTok Shop. Avoid misleading content, avoid redirecting traffic, and avoid promoting prohibited products. If you have any questions about those 3 topics, go ahead and drop them in the chat and let me know how you're doing today. So if you have questions about those topics, let me know in the chat, and then let me know how you're doing today on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being fabulous. I am a 9, but I'm quickly working my way up to a 10. Welcome in, everyone. I do appreciate y'all loving on live so much. You don't have to be here today, and I appreciate that you are here with me. Okay, I'm also in the latest campaign from TikTok in which we are competing for the leaderboards again. So there are several ways y'all can help me out if you can. First, as always, is by continuing to tap on that screen. Okay, and then you can also there's the new gifts that they have brought out for the Thanksgiving season. So right now my goal is the little apple. And if you have it in your heart, thank you so much. If you have it in your heart to go bigger, that little turkey, there's a little turkey face or a turkey outlet where you put the face on it, that as well. But only if you can, only if you're able. I truly, truly appreciate it. Okay? And I'm trying to shut down some things on my computer because I'm getting a notification that my computer is overloaded. And I have to shut some programs down. All right? So while you guys are coming in, all right, 3 things that we've covered so far about avoiding violations on a TikTok Shop, right? So those things are avoiding misleading content, avoid redirecting traffic, avoid prohibiting prohibited products. If you have questions on those 3 things, go ahead and drop a question in the chat, and then tell me how you're doing today on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being fabulous. Thank you so much for sharing out that live. Okay, so we're going to see if we can go ahead and be done overloading this computer. I'm going to see if I can turn off one more thing here. And if I could turn this off. Nope, I don't want to save it. Let's just close it. Okay, we're closing the project. I had too much stuff going on here. Okay, I think my warning has gone away. Thank you so much for sharing live, Ashby. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you guys for coming in. Okay, so I don't see any questions in the chat about those 3 things that I've covered, so I'm going to keep going. And if you guys have any questions, again, just drop them in the chat, and I'll be sure to answer them to the best of my ability. Okay? So, how else can we avoid getting violations on the TikTok Shop? Okay? Well, you have to avoid auction activities. Thank you so much for the gifts, Drew. Okay, you have to avoid auction activities. Now, what on earth does that mean? Okay, so we cannot have people bidding on anything during our lives. Okay, we cannot have anyone bidding on things, whether it's during our lives or even on our content. So if we're redirecting them, which is a no-no anyways, to a platform to submit a bid of any kind. All right, so avoid auction or auction activities, including live auctions, bidding, or diverting users off the platform. Okay, so again, something else that you cannot do. All right, we cannot divert them off the platform. That is something repetitive that they keep saying. But anything that resembles auction-like activities, that can even be when we're spinning a wheel for gifts on our platform. Okay, and this is only when we're doing TikTok Shop. We're not talking about a standard TikTok Live, but on TikTok Shop, we can't do anything that resembles gambling. So no spin wheels with their names, right? Or no spin wheels with extra gifts that they might get if they make a purchase. We can't do anything like that. Okay, we also have to stay away from price manipulation, unauthorized transactions, and bidding elements to avoid violations. What does that mean? Very similar to what we're saying. We cannot change any prices. We cannot say, if you buy 3 of these, you'll get 1 free, unless that is a special specifically promoted through TikTok Shop, which they don't. TikTok Shop gives coupons, right? They don't do BOGOs, okay? So you can't change the price, right? You can't say, oh, if you want to buy this product from the TikTok Shop, you know what? If you Cash App me, I can get it to you for a cheaper price, okay? Or you say, if you send me this many gifts, I can give it to you for a cheaper price. Those are things that we cannot do, right? That's all a form of bidding, right? That's all a form of manipulating the price. Thank you so much for taking notes, okay? So TikTok gives us a list of things that are considered auctions, okay? So the first one is offering or soliciting bids, all right? So this is directing the users to propose prices for an item until the creator chooses a satisfactory offer. That's a big no-no on TikTok. This is, again, TikTok Shop, okay? That's a no-no. So you can't say, oh, how much do you think this should cost? $5, $10, $30? We can't do that, okay? Rapid bidding. Placing a short time frame for users to quickly and frequently place bids in a fast-paced auction process. That's pretty self-explanatory. That's a no-no. Those are the kind of auctions that we're accustomed to seeing. Welcome in, Granny Faye. Okay. Time bidding, which is setting a countdown for users to place bid within a specific time frame. And bid limitation, limiting the number of bids with only the highest bid winning the item. Okay. Those are the things that we cannot do while we are promoting a video or live for TikTok Shop. So for those of you guys just coming in, this is Money Monday, okay? We are talking about things that can get you violated on the TikTok Shop, not standard lives. Welcome in, the Rich Auntie, okay? Not for standard lives. This is only when we're talking about the TikTok Shop, okay? Thank you so much. Thank you for joining the team. Thank you for the heart me. All right, so we've covered 4 things. Happy Monday! We've covered 4 things so far that can get you violated while promoting something using a TikTok Shop. All right, so again, misleading conduct or misleading content, okay? Prohibited products, redirecting traffic, and gambling. Oh, and number 5, which we just covered, is avoid auction activities. All right. So those are 5 things right there that if you're doing them, that's what's going to keep getting you violated. So if you have a question about those 5 things, drop your questions in the chat and I'll be sure to answer them for you. Again, 5 things so far that can get you violated or shut down when you're on the TikTok Shop. Not standard lives, just a TikTok Shop, all right? Misleading content, promoting prohibited products, redirecting traffic, gambling, okay, and auction activities. Those are the things that you cannot do while on a TikTok Shop, okay? So while you guys are in here on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being fabulous, let me know how you are doing today. I am slowly getting to a 10. I started at a 9. I'm at like a 9.6 now. Okay? So those are 5 things so far to not get violated on TikTok Shop. Okay? The last thing, I think that's the last thing. I think actually I did all of them. All right. So only thing I really didn't go into detail is the gambling. Gambling is very similar to the bidding. All right, in the auctions. All right. So just to make sure I cover the bidding and to cover the gambling. All right. We cannot gamify a live. What does that mean? Well, let's say a creator is playing blackjack while on a live stream. Has text prompts for viewers to purchase bets in their TikTok shop cart. Okay, that's gamification. That's gambling. So you may be doing the activity, but in placing cards, but you're having people bid on those things. Welcome in, DJ Straight Goods. Welcome in, Rich Auntie. Welcome in, Orchid Lover. Wow, thank you guys so much for coming in. Okay. Another scenario provided by TikTok. A creator is selling entries to roll a dice and guess the correct number. If the customer's guess is correct, there is a reward. If the guess is incorrect, there will be no reward for the customer. Okay? These are all things that TikTok considers gambling or gamification, which you cannot do on the TikTok Shop. I keep reiterating that because we're only talking about TikTok Shop and TikTok Shop Lives. Okay? These rules are a little bit more stringent than on a standard live. So if you want to make money on TikTok, you have to follow their rules. You cannot try to sidestep it. You cannot try to skip it. You cannot work around it, okay? Because they will shut you down. All right. Let's see. A creator is selling unopened oysters where customers can pick which oyster to open. The pearls inside each oyster are not guaranteed, and customers need to repurchase oysters if they want to try to obtain pearls. Again, gamification. And you guys can see where this is going, right? When there's no guarantee of what your viewer is buying, that is considered gambling or gamification. When they pay money, but they may not get something in return, that's gambling or gamification. So you cannot do that. Okay? So I'm going to open up the chat for comments. When it comes to TikTok Shop, what questions do you guys have? How long have you been doing TikTok Shop? Or are you in the process of starting your TikTok Shop journey? All right, go ahead and drop that in the comments. I'm starting my TikTok Shop journey. I've gotten a few brand deals. I got to make some videos today because I had another sample come in the mail today. Another thing that I've done is outside of TikTok Shop, I have, this frame rate is really slow, guys. I do apologize. Is that on an outside brand deal, I was able to use money from that brand deal to upgrade my camera equipment. And as I'm trying to learn this new camera that I just installed right before I came on live, my frame rate is incorrect and it's slowing me down. I can see how slow and delayed everything is. Okay. All right. No questions? Okay. That means I'm being a good teacher, I hope. Okay. So, again, standard things that you cannot do while you're on the TikTok Shop. All right. So let's, I'm going to fix this frame rate real quick, and I'm going to keep talking to you guys while I fix it, and I'm going to hopefully not screw everything up while we are, I'm going to drop the thing down a little bit. Okay, I think I fixed it. Yep, okay, I fixed it, y'all. Woohoo! Yay me! I got a little too excited with the technology, and I try to put it on things that I cannot do. All right, so if you're just coming in, it is Money Monday. We are talking about making money using TikTok. All right, and we just went through the 5 different ways that you can catch violations while you are on TikTok. Okay, if you are not here for that, again, this is going to be recorded and it's going to be on my YouTube. So make sure you're going into my bio and clicking on that YouTube. Okay, so I will repeat the 5 things one more time before we move into something else with the TikTok Shop. 5 things you have to avoid doing in order to avoid violations on TikTok Shop. Misleading content, okay? Promoting prohibited products, redirecting traffic, gambling and gamification, and auction activities. Those are the 5 things you have to stay away from, okay? So stay away from these things. Got it. You guys, we're all there. So how do you make money? What do we do? If we can't do any of those things, what can we do, especially on live, that will help us engage our customers and make some sales in order to make money? Okay? Well, first of all, TikTok gives you ideas on how to do some giveaways. Okay? First thing is, if you have a giveaway, the entry fee for the giveaway must be free. We cannot charge anything for giveaways. So we can give things away, right? You can have a drawing that says, oh, every 5th person that comes in will just draw something, we'll do a giveaway. All right? No fee. Okay? So it can't be buy something, get something free. It cannot be you give me $5, you get something free. It has to be completely free. Right? Second, if you're going to give something away for free, then the item must be valued at less than $500. Okay, so it cannot be a high ticket value. It has to be something less than $500. Okay, and the giveaways cannot also be products on the TikTok Shop. Okay, so you cannot give away free things from the TikTok Shop. It has to be something completely different that is off platform. Welcome in, Susie Q. All right. Very, very simple steps. All right. So if you want to have a giveaway, the legal way to do it on TikTok is make sure that entry is completely free. The value of the product is under $500, and the item must not be on TikTok Shop. It cannot be on TikTok Shop. Okay. When offering a giveaway, this is number 4, straight from TikTok Shop Academy, right? The creators must use TikTok Shop's live giveaway feature, all right? So there's a feature when you are live for giveaways. You have to use that feature for giveaways, right? And then number 5, the creator cannot require the customer to take any additional actions before entering the giveaway. Again, you can't say, follow me. You can't say, give me a heart me. You cannot require anything from anyone when it comes to the giveaway. It has to be absolutely free. It cannot be coerced in any kind of way. All right? Sellers and creators are strictly prohibited from offering cash or a gift card. No cash or gift cards. It has to be products. Welcome in, Polly. Okay? And the terms must be explicitly stated in the content. Okay? So those are the things you have to do in order to legally do a giveaway. Right? Giveaways do encourage engagement. Right? So we're talking about how do we encourage engagement? We do giveaways. Okay? But the giveaways have to be within the TikTok guidelines. Okay? So far, we've gone through all the different things that you can do that TikTok explicitly states will get you a violation if you do it on TikTok Shop. And now we're covering different ways to get your viewers engaged, right? So the first way to get your viewers engaged, hello, King Ming. The first way to get your viewers engaged is by having giveaways and promotions, okay? Giveaways are only permitted in TikTok Shop content using the methods that I'm about to go over that is listed right here in the TikTok Shop Academy. Hey, okay? Remember, I'm not going to give you misinformation. I'm giving you the information about the products or about I'm giving you information from the content that TikTok directly explicitly writes out for us. I know that game was so much fun last night. Right? We got to do, she does it every weekend, so we're going to be doing it again Saturday and Sunday. All right? So, using methods listed below are subject to all giveaway requirements identified in the previous section. Join to win. Customers can enter a giveaway when joining a live stream and interacting with the comments, such as sending an emoji or raising a hand. All right, those are all free things that the viewers can do that's not going to consider it gamification or give or any kind of any type of persuasion. Okay, so commenting to win, join to win, those are things that can be done if the access to live giveaway feature is not available. Okay, you can only use TikTok content methods for doing giveaways. Okay, so you can do giveaways again as long as it's for free, is below $500, is not on the TikTok shop, and you use the TikTok shop's live giveaway feature. Okay, however, if that TikTok live giveaway feature is unavailable, you can do things such as join this live stream to win or comment to win. Again, things that don't cost any money, things that hopefully they're going to do anyways. Join your live stream and comment. Okay. Hey, Farmer Keisha, welcome in, welcome in. All right, so if you have any questions about those things I've covered so far, or any questions about the TikTok shop in particular, go ahead and drop those questions in the chat, and I will be sure to answer them. Again, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being fabulous, let me know how you are doing today. Okay, I appreciate everyone coming in. I appreciate you guys engaging. I appreciate you guys tapping. And just a reminder, I am a part of that new campaign for November for TikTok. So if you have it in your heart to go ahead and, you know, give the apple that's up there, or if you're feeling extra generous, there is a little turkey in there with a face cut out. That will give you even more points, but only give what you can if you can. But taps and shares are always appreciated. Keisha, what's up, Keisha? All right, we got some keys in the house. We got some key players in the house. I appreciate y'all. Okay? So far, we've covered ways to avoid getting flags and violations. Thank you. Avoid getting flags and violations. Okay? So those ways to avoid getting flags, violations, and ultimately your account shut down through TikTok Shop. Again, we're talking about TikTok Shop. All right? We cannot have misleading content. We cannot promote prohibited products. We cannot redirect traffic. We cannot have gambling or gamification. And we cannot have auction activities. Thank you so much, you guys, for loving on the live. I appreciate y'all. I didn't see who was loving, but thank you so much for loving. Tutu, PG, thank you, Tutu. Appreciate you. Okay? So, what are some other ways to get your live streams and your videos interactive, how to make them engaging? Okay, so again, we talked about all the ways of things that you can't do that'll get you shut down. So if we can't do these things over here, we got to be able to do something, right? So the first one are free giveaways using those content and the criteria that I just listed. Okay, so TikTok didn't leave us in a lurch. All right, they do provide ideas and methods to get our audience to engage with us. All right. So first thing is, hey, be dynamic in your activities. All right. Talk. Don't be monotone. Be lively. Be active. Right. Show your face on camera. All right. TikTok wants to see our faces. Can you do raffles for subs? Good question, Keisha. You cannot do raffles on TikTok Shop, but we'll go over the gambling guide for regular live streams. How about that? Because you cannot on TikTok Shop. Anything that resembles any kind of gambling, you cannot do on TikTok Shop. But for the raffles that you can do, basically the rules are they cannot pay something to enter the raffle. Okay? Because a raffle is basically a giveaway. Okay? So if you're giving away subscriptions, then the people cannot pay. You cannot say, follow me. You cannot say, give me a heartbeat. You can't say, if you want a chance, give me my daily goal. You can't do any of that. But if you say, come on in, join my live stream for a chance to win a subscription, comment for a chance to win a subscription, you can do things like that. Okay. Basically, they don't want us exchanging any money for anything that is not TikTok platform. All right. Or they don't want us to get money with the potential of not getting something in return. Okay. That is basically what, that's the gambling policies. Okay. Good. So hopefully that answered your question. All right. So, oh, yes, you could. So like if you're doing like a subscription only live, so if you're talking about doing like doing raffles for your subscribers, okay? So you're in a subscription only live and you're doing a raffle. Hello, Brewster's Girl. You can do that, all right? Because one, they're not expecting it. They didn't get a subscription to join a raffle, right? They got a subscription because of all the different things that you offer. But then one day you say, hey, this perk, hey, you guys, I'm going to do a raffle. So if you guys are in this live stream right now, you all have a chance to win this plant. That's fine. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the shares. Thank you so much for the FYP hashtags. I appreciate y'all. Excellent, excellent question. Yeah. So you can do that, especially if you're not doing it during a TikTok Shop Live. Okay. So very good question. All right. So what else can you do in your TikTok Shop Lives? Be dynamic, be lively, right? Be lively in your verbal interactions. And I know I've seen some of you guys on here. You guys are dynamic speakers, all right? So just be yourself. The other thing is that they want to see our face, all right? People are more likely to purchase items from you. And this is just basic marketing 101. People are more likely to purchase something from you if they can see your face, if they feel as though they've made a connection with you, okay? It's one of the main reasons that TikTok really doesn't like us using green screens all the time in our lives. They want us to actively engage with our audience, right? It's more difficult to make a connection like this if there's a picture up and they can't see your face, right? Or if your camera is just on the products and they can't see your face, right? So you need to be on camera, all right? If you want to have better engagement. Okay, they say avoid using still frame content that covers more than half the screen as it can lead to a negative impact for viewers. Okay, so basically they're saying avoid what I'm doing right now. Okay, what am I doing right now? This is not a TikTok live, so it's okay. Okay, I have a still frame. I have a picture here that's underneath my video that's not doing anything. It's just kind of telling you what today is about, and that's it. If these images take over half your screen, it's not going to be a very good experience. Claude, welcome in, welcome in. Okay, it's not going to be a very good experience. So when you're doing TikTok Live, avoid doing what I'm doing right here. Okay, just avoid doing what I'm doing. Okay, avoid using product display page images during your live stream. All right, so what does that mean? If you don't have the product, you probably shouldn't go live trying to sell that product, okay? They want you to have product in hand. Don't bring up images of the product. People want to see that you actually have it, that you're actually using it. What's the point of trying to promote a product if you haven't even tried it out yourself, okay? So if you don't have the physical product in your hand, like I just got this one in the mail today. Okay, so when I do my live stream for that, product is going to be in hand, not images from TikTok Shop. Okay, if you need a break during your live stream, because if you're going for hours and hours, you're going to need a break, use the pause feature. All right, it's okay to use pause. Okay, it's okay to do that, because what you don't want to do is just leave it your stream running and you've walked away, and now your audience, especially people coming into the room, they're like, where is the content person? Where's the host? What's going on? They don't know what's happening. So you use the pause feature they know, oh, they're going to be back. They stepped away, they're going to be back. Okay? So that is some of the ways to keep people engaged. Okay? So what questions do you guys have? I've covered a lot of stuff so far. I've been going for about 41 minutes. I've talked about ways to avoid getting flagged in a TikTok shop. And now we're covering different ways to get your audience engaged with you. The more engaged people are, the more likely they are to buy something from you. Okay? So go ahead and drop your comments in the chat. Claw, Wolf, Tutu, Woo, Keisha. Thank you guys so much for coming in. Brewster's Girl. Look at that. Look at all my people in here. Awesome. So what questions do you guys have? Yes, thank you for the hashtags. Thank you for the FYPs. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. Yes, it is Money Monday. It is Money Monday. And I think I saved everything. Okay. Yes. And I'm about to turn on my fan, y'all. I'm getting hot. So, you know, this perimenopausal 40-year-old stuff. Yeah. I'm sweating like crazy here. All right. So, you cannot give misleading content. I don't know why I keep saying conduct. You have to avoid misleading content, okay? You cannot promote prohibited products. You have to avoid redirecting traffic. You have to avoid gambling and gamification. You have to avoid auction-like activities, all right? Those are the things you have to avoid so you don't get violations, all right? If you want people to engage, you have to be lively. You can do promotions. You can do giveaways, right? As long as those promotions and giveaways do not require your audience to do anything in order to participate, as long as it doesn't cost them any money, okay? So if you say something like, come on in and have a chance to win something, that's fine. If you say comment for a chance to win, that's fine. As long as they're not paying you money for a chance to win, then you're absolutely golden, okay? So drop a 1 in the chat if you are learning anything from this live today. This is my first time doing a TikTok shop live, content live. So let me know if you guys are gleaning anything from it, or if there's something else that you want to learn in the future from this conversation. Welcome in, Eddie Boo. Welcome in. Yay, I see some ones. I see some ones. All right. The teacher in me is happy, okay? Welcome in, Eddie Boo. Welcome in. Welcome in. All right. So today is Money Monday. I've been going over some ways to make sure that you are getting the most out of your TikTok shop experience. Thank you for the coin. All right. Making sure that you get the most out of your TikTok shop experience and making sure that you are not getting violated. Glad to hear this because you're going live every day. Are you going live, or are you doing live TikTok? I mean, good Lord. Are you doing live TikTok shop, or are you just doing regular lives? Because TikTok lives are so much more stringent, which is why I'm covering them today. Regular, that's fine. If you follow the rules for TikTok shop guidelines, you're going to be golden for your regular lives, because TikTok shop rules are way more strict, way more regiment than the regular lives. And I'll be talking about regular lives again this coming Friday. Okay? But since it's Money Monday, you guys drop in the chat. Have you made any money doing anything related to social media? Okay? Have you made money from brand deals? Have you made money from TikTok shop? Have you made money from going live? Let's go ahead and drop our successes in the chat. All right? Have you made money doing anything? All right? I've made some money from doing lives, right? I've even cashed out from doing lives if I don't recycle and reinvest all of it back to all of my peeps, right? So even if you recycle the money back to gifts for other people, you've made that money on live, all right? What you're seeing here, if this is not your first time in here with me, one thing that you may notice is that my image is way more clear, all right? And that's because I got a brand deal for these, and they paid me actual money. And so I used that money to get me a new webcam. A few coins from regular lives, exchange for gifts and others. Yes. That is what I like to hear, okay? You got to start with a few. As you start with a few, you'll start getting more and more and more. I remember the first time, like a Wednesday came around, and I had a whole 7 cents in my account. I went, woo, I made 7 cents. I had never been so excited to make 7 cents in my life. Why am I so excited to make 7 cents? Because I did it doing something that I typically don't do, right? I wasn't a social media person. I might follow, I might like read things. I didn't usually comment on anything. I was just kind of like a lurker. And I finally started like being active. And I went, whoa, I got a whole 7 cents. It's the most exciting thing in the world. Yeah. And I had a full career where I was making money, but I got excited over 7 cents on TikTok. Okay. So that is but it gets better, right? So I've cashed out, so far the most I've cashed out, still isn't a lot, it's like $26 is what I've cashed out so far. But, you know, it is what it is, but it's getting better. We're seeing improvement. It does feel good to give others, and that's my problem. So here's my other piece of advice that I had to take for myself. Welcome, Miss Anaya. You have to put a boundary, okay, on how much you're going to reinvest back into the platform. You want to cash out, right? Isn't that the whole purpose of doing all the things that we're doing is to cash out? So you have to give yourself a limit. Do not recycle all of it back into the platform. Okay? Yes. Exactly. And that's what I was doing. And what finally made it click for me is that I went into my data analysis, the monetization part, and I saw how much money I had actually made over the course of a few months doing lives. And I had never cashed out because I just recycled it all the way back to people. I'm like, and it was a couple $100s. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Let me start pulling some of this money out because all I'm doing is just giving it back to people. So that's what I started doing. I have a hard line now of how much I don't spend. And if I hit that limit, then I just hit that limit. So I am, depending on how much I have, I'm very careful with how much I give, right? So I can't go crazy with money guns, right? If I want to cash out, but I try to give something else, okay? So we all can only do what we can do. There you go. Great. Anybody else out here making any money? Making any money? Awesome. Wow. All right. What other questions do you guys have? All right. So we talked about how to avoid getting violations, and we talked about how to get engagement. Have you guys done anything that you saw that worked for you with your engagement? All right. So one thing they didn't have on here, and I need to find it, you have to be careful with the music you use on TikTok Live for TikTok Shop, okay? You cannot just play random music. You have to use their commercial music. So best rule of practice is to not use music during lives at all. And if you use music on your videos, make sure when you go into sounds, you click on that commercialized content and you use the sounds from the commercialized content, right? That way it's usually like the free things that doesn't have like a lot of the copyright stuff, so that if we're monetizing while using that sound, TikTok or us, we don't pay royalties, okay? So make sure if you're uploading videos for TikTok Shop and you want to add music, you click on add sound, move over to commercial content, and choose the sounds from that commercial content, okay? That's one thing that you do need to do. And that's the same for anyone, not just for like TikTok Shop. If you end up running a business and you have a store and you are playing music like Spotify, while you're paid for the content of Spotify, you are making money while people are coming into the store. So Spotify and other streaming platforms have a different account for businesses to stream commercialized music while in their store, which is why you hear some of the same music over and over in different stores. Okay, so it's all about the royalties for music and streaming and things like that. Okay, excellent. Any other questions? All right, I'm going to do one more thing. They have one more thing for us. They actually have a lot of stuff on here. I'm not going to go through their whole platform today. Every Monday, I'm going to do something related to money and TikTok Shop. So the last thing that I want to go over today is the guide to live streaming content, right? What are content warnings? What are the warnings? What do they mean? All right. And this is an article that just came out on October 25th. So this is a very recent update to the TikTok Shop information. All right. So what are content warnings? Okay. Content warnings are pop-ups that appear on your TikTok live. These pop-ups are only shown to the live streaming host and are not visible to viewers. Tell me that you've had one of this happen to you before. The first time it happens, you're like, what the heck is that? I never had it on a TikTok Shop live. I had it on a regular live. And I'm like, what is it? I thought I was in trouble. Okay. So actions to take if you get a pop-up. Okay. If you get a pop-up. Okay. And this is especially during your shop lives. It says, pay attention to the pop-up warnings. Take corrective action and continue with your live. Take corrective action. Okay. So level 3. 10K, thank you. Okay, so a level 3 is bad. Okay? Level 3 is bad. Level 3 is a live interruption. That means they're going to immediate stop your live. All right? So if you continuously repeat violations, you're not changing your behavior, they're going to end your live. Okay? Level 2 is a warning. Try not to repeat the action again. Repeated action will trigger a policy reminder or a violation warning pop-up. Your linked product may be removed by TikTok Shop, or you may be issued violation points. Okay? Level 1 is reminder. A content reminder will appear first at the bottom of your screen when a violation is detected. The reminders will close after a few seconds. The level 1s are pretty normal, especially if you move your product off screen. If you're doing a TikTok Shop live and you have a product pinned, that product has to remain on the screen. So if it moves off the screen for any reason, you're going to get a reminder to move it back into screen. The first time this happened to me, I was doing a live and I had my lip gloss that I had pinned in the shop, and I had it on my face, but because I didn't have the bottle, I kept getting these warnings. So I ended up taking the bottle of lipstick and putting it in my cleavage so it will stay on screen while I was talking. All right, because I didn't have any other place to put it, and it worked. Right? They just want to make sure the product is visible. Okay. So let me see what some of these other violations are. All right. I think I did most of them, you guys. There's like another 7 or 8 things on here, but we've been going at it for almost an hour. Okay. We've been going at this for almost an hour. So let me know what questions you have. Let me know what you learned. What did you learn that you didn't know prior to tuning into this live? All right. That's the teacher in me. Tell me something that you learned from my lessons today. Professor Ravi is in the building. No, just kidding. But what did you learn? I saw some ones, so if you learned something, just let me know what it was. And then if there's something else you'd like to know for next time so I can make sure I have the information ready for you, also just let me know. Okay? And with that, boxes are open if anybody wants to come up for a few minutes. And that's going to conclude the TikTok Shop portion. If you need a break, pause. Yes, that was one for me too. And I think that is because we think that if we push pause, it's going to have some type of negative impact. But I know when I see someone have pause up, that means, oh, they're going to be back soon. For TikTok Shop, keep the item in view. Yes, yes. Because what happens is if you get too many violations of the product not being in view, and when I mean product being in view, is I'm going to show the back, the label and everything. Okay, so let's say you're wearing a pair of shorts, and that's what you are advertising, but then you step too close to the camera. Now your shorts are not visible. You're going to get a violation for that. So just keeping everything cognizant of where you are in the frame so that the product is never out of the frame. So if it's something that's on your body, making sure that part of your body is always in frame. If it's a product, make sure that product is always in frame. So if you go back to, if you run over to my YT page, my very first major TikTok live stream for a product, I was making chili. But while I was making the chili, I was promoting another product. And so I had that product propped up on a little box that I made, box stand that I made, and I had that in camera the whole time so I wouldn't get any violations. Okay? So that is, so sometimes you got to be creative, especially if you don't have a lot of devices. Like people have those rotating stands and things like that. If you haven't made it to that point to be able to invest in that kind of display system, you got to be creative. So I had a microwave popcorn box. I covered it with a dishcloth and I put the item on top of that. It worked, right? So I didn't have anything else to use as a display. Okay. Awesome. All right. So I was proud of myself, and guess what? It's still sitting there because I'm probably going to do another live with it again soon, and I don't want to lose my box. I don't want to lose my box at all. Okay. So Money Mondays. All right. I've made money with brand deals, repurposed it to reinvest into my equipment. So this is a brand new camera that I use from money I earned from a brand deal. Okay. I got a couple other brand deals in the works. I have one. These glasses are a brand deal. So make sure you see my pin if you're in the market for prescription glasses. All right. I got a pin video of where you can get some pretty decent prescription glasses for super cheap. I got some accessories coming. I got some necklaces, a purse, and some earrings coming from Kona Fashions. So yeah, so we're trying to do this thing, y'all. And so if there's any other thing that you guys want to know about how to monetize for Money Mondays, that's what we're going to talk about. That is what we are going to talk about, okay? On Mondays. Also on Mondays, I'll also do a brief view into the stock market. All right, not a big one. Hey, Blue, welcome in. Not a big view because my trading talks are really for my subscribers, but to get a preview of what I talk about, every so often I'll talk about trading in stocks on Mondays, or on Money Mondays. Okay. And speaking of subscriptions, you guys, I updated the tiers, so make sure you're looking at what those subscriptions are, and if you can, go ahead and join if any that looks interesting to you. The most important one that's up there are, okay, I'm coming. I gotta do the puzzle piece, y'all, because apparently I wasn't moving enough. I don't know. All right. Where was I at? Forgot what I was going to say. Anywho, must not have been that important. Oh, subscriptions. Yes, subscriptions. All right. See, it was coming back to me. So the most important one is that I will have subscriber-only lives for trading. So you'll be watching me on paper trade. But then in the top tier, you'll also get 30 minutes one-on-one sessions with me to ask me anything that you want, whether it's about trading, whether it's about other things like content creation, whatever it is. You'll get 30 minutes of one-on-one time with me a month for that subscription. Hey! Well, thank you for being on the plane. I totally didn't expect you to do that, Blue. So be safe, all right? Yay! And I don't have anything up on my face anyways. Okay, so check out the subscriptions if you're interested. And I just uploaded a bunch of cute emotes. So, you can click on the star in the comment section. You can see all the cute emotes that I uploaded. And yeah, and so if you get a subscription and you're one of probably first 5 people, you'll get your own custom emote. Okay, awesome. All right. If there are no other questions, I am not going to belabor the point. I appreciate y'all. Have a fantastic day, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be going live at 5 o'clock, same time, 5 o'clock Eastern. We are going to be talking about the show The Circle on Netflix. Okay? but I'm also going to have up election results. So our conversation is probably going to go back and forth, and I'm going to stay live as long as I can with the election results. All right? So I hope to see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget to tune in to Claude tomorrow morning if she's on. All right? Love you guys. Toodles. Mwah.